This is the process shot. I'm Michael, and I've said it before, but I really mean it this time when I say I hate it here. The Pizza Joint is a poor excuse for a movie directed by someone named William Molina, which follows the exploits of a group of employees at a pizza shop in some kind of strip mall in Texas, I guess. Worse, it tries to be a stoner comedy about a pizza shop that puts weed in its food and its customers. And then it tries to be a crime mystery when the store owner and his friend have to come up with $20,000 to pay off a local mobster, or else they get shot. But the movie kind of forgets about that until the third act or so, and until then it's pretty much a bunch of scenes meant to pass for character development and comedy that don't actually go anywhere. Yeah, this is another movie that thinks you can just string together a bunch of different scenes and ideas and get away with not having an actual spine to the story. The money problem is introduced, then pretty much dropped, give or take a few scenes meant to remind the viewer that there's supposedly stakes at play. And until the ending, the rest of the movie is pretty much bad attempts at stoner comedy where the punchline pretty much revolves around getting high or having sex, and in maybe one or two cases, both. There are some instances of characters having less egregious moments together in an effort to pretend that this movie has some sort of heart to it, but it's hampered by poor writing that pretty much leaves the scenes and characters as unhelpful or undeveloped as when they entered. Pretty much every character sticks to a basic one-dimensional personality type throughout the film, and any other changes to their personalities come about not because the story pushes them to change, but because it's necessary to keep the film moving along, or something like that. Anyways, I think it goes without saying that the pizza joint's technical elements are just as poorly cobbled together as its story. The film's cinematography is plain and flat, keeping things in frame and using basic compositions, outside of maybe one or two shots that try for something creative but fail to even look cool. Not to mention that they last for less than half a minute anyways. Any interesting sound design choices seem to be accidental, with much of the audio pretty much being whatever was picked up on the mic, with little else in the way of actual effort. I was actually surprised that they only had one scene with audio that blatantly came from the onboard camera microphone. As for the film's editing, that's rife with errors from continuity to audio cuts. Thankfully, it's not too present throughout the movie, but when they're there, they're too blatant to ignore. Simply put, the film is a mess from top to bottom. It feels like something that high school teenagers would have put together to be like, hey, let's make a movie, or something. But here, it's that concept, plus 20-somethings instead of high schoolers, plus a budget that pretty much goes wasted, possibly to buy drugs for the cast and crew, or at least the honest-to-God skydiving that goes on in the film's credits. It's like adding insult to injury. After having spent so much time and money wasting your time with this movie, its lack of a strong story, rounded characters, artistic value, and actual comedic writing or timing, the filmmakers decided to congratulate themselves on a job well done. The Pizza Joint. William Molina, 2021. Half a star. I don't recommend seeing this movie, and you have nobody to blame but yourself if you choose to watch it. I'm done here. Like, comment, and sub for more reviews. The worst part about all of this is that I'm hungry for pizza now. Haven't had one in a while. I think the closest thing we've got here are those little bagel bites from the freezer. Surprisingly, I haven't run out.